So this past Sunday, the Washington Commanders clinched their first playoff berth since 2020. A lot of that has to do to the rookie sensation quarterback Jayden Daniels.
I would put that.
The Washington Commanders has a team that is filled by quarterback number 5, and he'll be making his postseason debut this upcoming January.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now the question may ask, does the Washington Commanders rookie have what it takes to continue his success into the postseason? Or will the lack of postseason experience for this team catch up to him? Let's talk about it.
The way that we live is not for everybody. We're going to run and put our bodies on people in a violent manner.
I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, and shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty's on.
You know what time it is. It's time to come out.
I love the way she move it, shake it on me.
Surprise! Guess what's making its way back into your space after its 2-year hiatus? You've guessed it, Juan Gotti's Top of the Morning show will be back January 6, 2025, live at 9 a.m. Mondays and Wednesdays. So bring your coffee and all your morning dews with you as we're back on Top of the Morning show. See you over there.
Top of the morning, 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 top of the morning. Hold on.
Timeout. Daniels throws down the sideline for Terry McLaurin. McLaurin misses. Lightning strikes twice in Washington. Daniels Jayden Daniels. I changed the whole franchise like Jayden Daniels. You didn't believe in me, why are you hating? I put the team on my back like my name's Jayden.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video where we're going to be talking about the Washington Commanders and its quarterback Jayden Daniels, about him being a little inexperienced when it comes to the postseason, and could that be concerning for this group? So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 9,000 subscribers, so we greatly appreciate it if you haven't reached that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So obviously we know Jayden Daniels has had a marvelous rookie season, and arguably, pretty much, not arguably if I'm being honest, the best rookie season we've ever seen in NFL history is what we're watching right now.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
However, when it comes to postseason football, it's a different kind of game. And for the most part, you see a lot of the teams that have success in the postseason are teams that have experience in the postseason. Kansas City, Buffalo, teams of that nature and that caliber. Baltimore, there are teams out there that typically are the favorites or the teams that make the run all the time because they have battle tested in the postseason and they've been there before. For Washington, it's going to be their first time in 4 years, and more specifically, it's going to be their first time with their young quarterback. Could that hinder Washington? I personally think so. However, I do think Washington is going to have an opportunity to win a game or two, but I don't see us winning a Super Bowl this season. The reason for that is not only just because Jayden Daniels is a rookie quarterback and he's making his first postseason debut next week against whoever that may be, but I think what is going to ultimately catch up to us more than that is the lack of talent on this roster. See, I think the thing that we are getting blinded by, which is typical when you have one of the ones at quarterback, is when you have a Tom Brady, when you have a Patrick Mahomes, when you have a Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, when you have those kind of guys, and now Jayden Daniels, you're able to get away with not having that much on your roster. So when it comes to postseason, though, you're going to match up with teams that aren't arguably talented, more talented than you at specific positions. Now, the difference between football and any other sport is you just need to be better than them on that one Sunday. However, it's not a guarantee, and typically the team that is most talented ends up winning. Now, I will say that is really my biggest worry for this Washington Commanders team. I think at this point, Washington has an opportunity, depending on how the bracket shapes out, to make it as far as the NFC Championship. But I think that's the furthest they go. I think they make it to the divisional round, and depending on who they match up with in the divisional round, I think they can get out of that round too. But I don't see this team at the way that it is, the first year of the recalibration that it is. I don't see us going to the Super Bowl, or in fact hoisting the Lombardi in year one. Now, next year, when we get more talent around Jayden Daniels, when we get more talent around this team, we're going to be Super Bowl contenders and winning contenders, I should say, because we're Super Bowl contenders right now, but actually Super Bowl winning and contenders next year. Now, here's the thing about it, though. Jayden Daniels may not have the playoff experience, but as he's shown throughout this whole season, no stage is too big for him. As on Sunday Night Football, he had arguably the biggest play of the season with clinching Washington's playoff berth, and he single-handedly carried us to that victory. I'm not trying to take credit away from Chris Rodriguez or Olamide Zaccheaus, but Jayden Daniels did it all. And then the week prior against Philly, he 5 touchdowns, even when we had 5 turnovers. And then on Monday Night Football, Jayden Daniels, he delivered a big game time win on Monday Night Football. So now that I say that, does that kind of give you a little bit more confidence that this guy is not going to be nervous? This guy isn't going to be, scared of the moment or whatever, because he's shown time and time again that no moment is too big for him. He's played at LSU. He's played on some of the biggest stages. He's won Heisman Trophy winner. So when I say that, does that give me a little bit of confidence? Yeah, it does. But I will say again, more so than Jayden Daniels not having no playoff experience, that doesn't necessarily worry me the most. What worries me the most is the lack of talent on this team, and I think at some point you're going to reach your cap. I don't think there's been a rookie team to go on to win a Super Bowl. I think Big Ben Roethlisberger made it to the AFC Championship, and you can remind me about that because I was too young for that. You can remind me as to why that Pittsburgh Steelers team didn't end up going to the Super Bowl. I want to say, did they run into Tom Brady and the Patriots at that year? I'm not sure. 04, 05, but I would go on to say that team wasn't talented enough to win it all. I think that team was very good because of Big Ben Roethlisberger's rookie campaign, and I would venture to say that team just ran out of gas because, again, they met a team that was more talented than them. And then the following year, they added more pieces around Big Ben Roethlisberger, and then that's when they were able to compete for Super Bowls on a consistent basis. That's where I think Washington is headed. By any means, should you be mad if Washington loses in the wild card round? I think we're going to win in the wild card round. I think we're going to make it to the division round. By any means, you shouldn't be mad if Washington loses in the wild card round. We have exceeded expectation like no other. Nobody expected Washington to win 11 games this season with one to spare and potentially can win 12. Nobody expected Jayden Daniels to be this good this fast. Nobody expected Dan Quinn to be able to turn around this team and get the best out of them this fast. There was a lot of uncertainty for Washington. So this season's already a W how it is. I'm not telling you to go in with the losing mindset and expect to lose. I fully expect to win when we line up for the wild card round. I fully expect to win if we make it to the division round. I fully expect to win when we make it to the NFC Championship, but reality has to set in at some point. There are teams that are just more talented and more battle-tested than you are. Now, sure, of course, Jayden Daniels, Mike Samperstill, Jerzon Newton, all these young rookies and all these guys that ain't never been to the playoffs, they can lean on some of the veterans like Bobby Wagner, Nick Algrady, Tyler Biadasz, obviously Cornelius Lucas, 20 years on part of that 2020 team. I'm missing Andrew Wiley and a couple of other guys. That have been here. They can lean on them for that postseason, feel. However, it's not really nothing you can really tell them. But it's more so they just got to go out there and play their ball. And I think Washington will compete very well, and I think Washington will show that they belong. But I think we'll just run out of gas at some point due to the lack of talent on the roster when you run into a team potentially like Detroit. But you never know, because anytime you get into the dance, all you gotta do is get to the dance, and you never know what can happen. And at this point of this season, how we've been with all the history that we're breaking and records we're setting, it wouldn't be surprising to me if Washington decided to make history yet again by being the first team to ever have a rookie go to the Super Bowl and win. So, hey, man, I'm just being honest and telling you how I feel. But again, this team has surprised me all season long, and they have shown me the kind of team that they really are, and that this is for real, that this quarterback is legit, that this team is headed into the right direction. So I wouldn't be too shocked if Washington made it to the Super Bowl or did, but I just want to give my honest and real feel to how I feel about the postseason before it even starts. I think Washington has an opportunity to make it to the division round and NFC Championship on the back of 5. But I don't think Washington at this current moment, as this roster is construction, has what it takes to go all the way to the Super Bowl. But hey, prove me wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, and I hope this team will go to Louisiana and win the Super Bowl. You guys know how I feel, though. I don't think there's a team in the NFC that I'm afraid of. I think we can beat Detroit, although I think that's the one team that is more talented than us by a landslide, and they have the NFC Championship pedigree and experience, so I think that's the only reason why they'll end up winning if we do match up. But there's no team, Philly, Detroit, Tampa Bay, Green Bay, did I already say Minnesota? No team I'm scared of that's in this playoffs right now. You know what I'm saying? So again, with the way that this season's been headed, it wouldn't surprise me if Washington ends up going to the Super Bowl. But I'm just coming on giving my opinion as to why I think that doesn't happen this season. Again, don't take my words and twist it. It's nothing wrong with that if that doesn't happen. We've exceeded expectation. Not telling you to settle for a loss, because of course we want to win, but this season is already a W. So that being said, let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 9,000 subscribers, so please help me. We're on the road to 9,000 subscribers, so we greatly appreciate it if you reach that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. You have a blessed one. Stay safe. Be easy. Peace.
Timeout. Daniels throws down the sideline.